Hi guys, we are here. We are ready for skills. This is still Unit 5. This is actually Lesson 9, and we're going to warm up with some wiggle cards, so let's get moving. Okay, you ready? So, as before, I'm going to show you the card, and you're going to do what it says when I snap, and then when I say stop, skirt, pause, any kind of indicator that, okay, freeze, we're going to read what it says to show what we did. Because remember, wiggle cards are actions, meaning that you have to move. You have to move. So let's begin. All right. Skirt. What did we do? Switch on a lamp. Good job. And if you'll notice the way I have switch, that's that new spelling. Remember, this unit we're getting new spellings for old sounds. Basically, the way we've described it is we are remixing some sounds we already know. We already know the sound ch, and today we're looking at it with the TCH spelling in this word here. All right, let's do another one. And go. Skirt. What did we do? Be in charge. Be in charge. Good job. You'll notice my GE is in bold. That's one of those new spellings for the sound J. We've been working on that GE, J. Good job. So be in charge. Good job. Remember, it's an end of word, end of syllable sound. Right. Skirt. What did we do? Scratch your hand. Excellent. You had to scratch your hand. And scratch is another example of that TCH spelling. All right, let's do another one. Let's see what else we got. That was a bad snap. Hold on. Wait, hold on. All right, what do we do? Stretch your arm. Arm singular, just one of them, not both. Not both, just one arm. Got a good stretch. I want to stretch the other one out real quick. Just so you're balanced, stretch the other one. Okay, yeah, that felt off. I felt really off balance with that. Okay, so what about, right, and alright, skirt. What did we do? Pinch your nose. Pinch your nose. Notice here, this ch is not coming immediately after the vowel. This might be a short I, but there's also this so p, I, ch. It's a CH, ch. Pinch your nose. Great job. Okay, what about skirt? What did we do? Smell a batch of sweets. Smell a batch of sweets. Great work. We got a chance to smell a batch of sweets. What kind of sweets would you like to smell? I'm more partial to brownies myself. But okay. Brownies, pies. Ice cream doesn't really have a sweet. It just smells sweet. Okay, we're distracted. Focus. Not on the sweets, but on our next task. And what did we do? Plunge into a pool. Plunge into a Cool. Great job. Great job. Okay. I think I got a couple more. Oh, last one. Last one. Yep, not a couple, just one more. Last one. All right. And skirt. What did we do? Lunge and stretch. This is a really good one because it has both the G-E and the TCH. Remember we said no new sounds, just new spellings. So we're remixing some old sounds with some new spellings. And speaking of that, I want to help you because I told you that the letter G can now make the J sound. The letter G also makes the J sound. But how do we know which one's which? How do I decide, is it a gift or a gym? Well, I'm going to help you with that. That's my role for today. If you'll notice first, the power bar, meaning how often we use it, under G, gift, G, is way longer than the power bar under G, gym, J. So most of the time, it's going to be a G sound. And just a little bit of the time, it's going to be the J sound. But both of these sounds are spelled using the letter G. Still not quite enough information? It's okay. So, here's some more clues for you. So if the G is at the beginning, it's almost always pronounced G. Obviously, there's some times where that's not the case. But most of the time when it's at the beginning, it's pronounced G. Most of the time, when the vowel that comes after the G is A, O, or U, like gang, gum, and go, it's the G sound. And most of the time, when it's I or E, you'll get the J sound. Now, obviously, there are some exceptions to the rule, in which case, what you're going to do is, you're going to try both. You're going to try both, knowing that most of the time, it's making the G sound. Because we can look and see, most of the time, it's a G. Just some of the time, it's a J. So like if we were thinking about it like in terms of $1, and say we have 4 quarters. 3 of those quarters are going for the gift, and 1 quarter is going for the gym. Okay? So yes, we're going to look at a couple of those. Also, when it's at the end of the word, it's almost always a G sound. Now remember that GE is a whole different spelling. GE is J. That's something different. So what we're going to do now, we're going to look at some sentences. And this is 9.1 in your cat book. Yeah, I cut off the number because it's usually down here in the corner when I make it big here so that we have room to see what we're working on. What we're going to do here, we're going to do this one together, and then you're not going to turn this in. You're going to do this together with me right now in your cat book on page 9.1, because then I have a different one you're going to do by yourself. Okay? So we're looking for G as in, so G as in got, and J as in gym. So what's going to happen is we're going to read the sentence, and in each sentence the letter G has been underlined. So we already know which word we're concerning ourselves with. We're going to try it with the G sound G as in got, and if like that don't sound right, we'll try it with the G sound J as in gym. Because like I said, most of the time G followed by A, O, or U makes the G sound. But just like we just saw with gift, which is supposed to be a J sound, there are exceptions to the rules. So most of the time, A, O, U, G, I, E, J. The best way to find out is to check. So my first example, which is done for us, is a great one. Because this looks like a G-E. Like look, a cat is blank than a rat. This word here, it looks like a G-E, but it's not. It's G, and then this is that E-R, R controlled. Part of it is what is the job this E is doing. So let's look at this word. Let's look at this word and look at the sounds. Ul, R, ul, R. Skip this one for me for a minute, just for a second. Ul, R, ul, R. We know sound 1, 2, and 4. We don't know sound 3 yet because that's being made with the letter G, okay? Stay with me. It's okay. So, ul, R, ul, R, larer. Something is larer, okay? We're still working on this. So we're going to try first the G. Larger. A cat is larger than a rat. That don't feel right. That feels like, what about a cat is larger than a rat? Is that right? Does that feel better? Yes, a cat is larger than a rat. So we're going to go ahead and write the word larger in the box under the sound. Remember those slashes mean I want you to read the sound J as in gym. Larger, larger. All right, good. So we're going to try the next one, only I'm going to blank out the whole last word and you're going to tell me what you think it is. We have 2 arms and 2 legs. Legs. Good. We have 2 legs. We already said that when G is at the end of the word, it's usually the G sound like that. You're looking at me like, that's not the end. There's an S there. Yes, that S is the plural maker. The root word leg, one of them, just one, still ends in the G, sounding like G. Whew, got stuck there. So we're going to write the word legs in this box here because the G sounds like G as in got. Legs, legs. And you'll also notice that sometimes, and we'll talk about this more in depth, that this S does have more of a buzzy Z sound. That's definitely something that happens sometimes when we put that plural maker on the end of words. So that's okay. If you said it more like legs than legs. That's right, that's right. Okay, so we're going to try this again. We're going to try this again. You ready? All right. Can blank make you sick? Well, this is a question. Can blank make you sick? What's up? Germs. How about that? Can germs make you sick? What's a germ? I have no idea. You know what I do know though? I know what a germ is. A germ. Does that sound? Yeah, so this is a germ or a germ? This is a germ. Good. So we're going to write germs, more than one, over here. Germs. Germs. Again, a perfect example. A perfect example of, not a perfect example, that's GE. That is G followed by ER. R control. This E is doing double duty. This G makes the J sound because it's G followed by E, but that E is also working with the R. I told you, E is a busy letter. E's and R's, they put in a lot of work. They really do. So can germs make you sick? I think they can. I can. All right, let's go to the next one. I'd rather ride my bike than, G is at the end of the word. What word is this? Jog. Jog. Good job. I'd rather ride my bike than jog. This word actually has J making the J sound and G making the G sound. So jog. Jog. So it actually has both the J and the G sound in it being produced by 2 different letters. All right, let's look at the last one. There are plants in the, all right, here we have a 2-syllable word. All right, let's do the vowels. R-I, R-I, R-I. All right, all right, all right. So skipping over that G that we don't know what sound is yet. Arden. Arden. So we have something. So Arden. So is it garden or Jardin? Is it garden or Jardin? It's a garden. A garden being, apparently there's plants in this garden. Garden. Alright, so let's read through our answers. We have larger, legs, germs, jog, garden. Good job. Notice this is the ending position G's. G followed by the letter A. Lost my train of thought. One of the exceptions to the rules, they're followed by R-controlled vowels, and like we said, that means that E is probably working double time to produce the J sounds and be controlled by the R. That E, maybe the R is not so bossy, and the R is giving the E a break. I don't know, man. E's work, R's work hard, man. I'll tell you that. Okay, so yes, this is, like I said, the letter G making the G sound and the letter G making the J sound. How do I know which is which? You try both, knowing most of the time it's going to be G. So most of the time, 3/4 of the time, it's the sound G. 3/4 of the time it's the sound G. Oftentimes, if it's followed by the letter O, A, or U, it's G. Almost all the time, if it's followed by E or I, it's J. And when the G is at the end, almost every single time, it's the sound G. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to do the front. Now, the PP6 in your cat book is front and back. You're only doing the front. And you're not doing this in your book. I've taken it from the book and popped it on canvas. You're going to read the sentence just like we did. The letter G for the word that you are to be figuring out is underlined. So like this sentence here has 2 G's in it. We're only worried about this word here. We're only worried about this word here. Or this word has 2 G's and they're both underlined. Here's, I'm going to give you a hint. They have to make the same sound because you have to pick a box. You can't put it in both boxes. So both G's in this word have to make the same sound. Be them both G or be them both J. So you're going to do the front. You're not going to do the back. And then you're going to complete answer some questions about the story, The Offer. And so just to get you set up for the story, The Offer, you will see something called, I lost my train of thought, I'm sorry. A granddad. You're going to meet a granddad. What's a granddad? I have a granddad. He's great. I love my granddad. He used to take me trips all the time. Every year for spring break, he would take me and my sister somewhere. What do you think my granddad is? That's a name for a grandfather. Yes, a granddad is a name for a grandfather. Well, we've already met Kate's grandmother. I don't know if it's going to be connected. It may or may not be. I don't know. We're also going to talk about a tent. A tent, which is a shelter that can be packed up and carried from place to place. It can be put together by using poles. It's usually lightweight and it provides a place for sleeping. You know what a tent is, right? Okay, good. In the text, you're going to see an expression. It's spelled G-E-E, and that is pronounced G. Like literally you're saying the letter G, but it's now a word. It's an expression that shows excitement or surprise. It's to show excitement or surprise. So yes. And like I said, the name of the story is The Offer. Offer, yes, The Offer. And you're going to read today to find out what Jack offers and what does Jack offer? Because we've already been to the coin shop. Kate said she was keeping her coin. What else could Jack possibly have to offer? I don't know. We're going to have to read and find out. Again, I'm not reading these 4 questions out loud, but if I have any additional questions from, this book here to ask you about the text, I will read those ones out loud for you. You're going to do your best. You're going to submit your complete sentence responses where it applies. I'm going to get back with you guys a little bit later on. If you have any questions, please reach out and let me know so that we can make sure that we are successful. Also, you don't have any spelling words this week. Don't get so excited. No, I intentionally decided that we were not going to have a spelling test this week because what you do have this week is you're going to be writing. You're writing for the end of the quarter because Friday is the last day of the third quarter. I know, right? Friday is the last day of the third quarter. So, that being said, you're going to be writing this week your very own story. We'll talk more about that a little bit later in a separate conversation. But guys, that is all I have for you for now, and I will see you a little bit later. Bye!